Good morning, 4:37. Turning to farm news now. The renewable fuel standard has been in place since 2006 during the Bush administration, adding ethanol to your fuel. Well, now the EPA wants to roll back on those standards, and many corn farmers who produce that ethanol are not happy. They met up at Capitol Hill yesterday to voice their frustrations. Our Washington correspondent Nick Starling was there, and he has reaction.
Don't mess with the RFS.
Hundreds of corn farmers rallied in the rain in front of the U.S. Capitol to keep the renewable fuel standards in place.
We will not allow EPA to reduce the amount of ethanol being used in this country.
Fifth-generation farmer Scott Lonier is from Clinton County, Michigan. He is here to tell Congress to keep this program.
It was one of the best things that ever happened to rural America, bringing jobs, money, and economics back to the rural America.
He says before the RFS, his farm operation was having a hard time making ends meet, relying on government subsidies.
We had a loan deficiency payment if it got below, the commodity got below the price of what the loan of it was, and we had to count on the government to make us get back to where we were really a break-even price.
The EPA is proposing to reduce the RFS by nearly 4 billion gallons through 2016. The National Corn Growers Association says that's roughly 1.5 billion bushels in lost corn demand. Lonier says right now farmers are having to compete with the oil industry to keep the RFS.
That's kind of the battle that we're fighting is the big oil money versus the farmers' money. And you know, we invest our money back into our rural economy.
An economy Lonier hopes can continue to thrive for his son, set to take over the family farm one day.
Delegations from the North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota corn growers were there. Over 300 farmers attended the rally yesterday. After the rally, the corn farmers met with their members of Congress, urging them not to support the EPA's proposal and keep the renewable fuel standard as is. A major merger in the meat industry. JBS, a major South American processor who is now operating in the U.S., says they will acquire Cargill's pork business in the U.S. Earlier this month, Swift Pork Company signed an agreement for JBS to buy the Cargill Pork business. Analysts say Cargill was progressively run, but with JBS as the world's largest meat processor, it'll give the business a global advantage. Analysts also say they don't anticipate many changes to Cargill's pork operation, so pork producers should anticipate business as usual. Cargill and JBS's U.S. pork business combined would have the capacity to process a total of 89,000 animals a day. One of the newest and sneakiest of crop pests here in the valley is the soybean cyst nematode. It is a pest that lives in the soil and can rob farmers of yield in both soybeans and dry beans with no visible above-ground symptoms.
It's important to remember that it keeps spreading. It's so easy to spread these little females in the soil. Their dead body is full with eggs. And anything that moves soil will move the nematode around. So we already know it's moved from the southern part of the state all the way to the border with Canada, probably moved into Canada too. And it takes quite a while before people realize they have it, because it, needs to build up for a while, and you don't see symptoms. And so soybeans are, and one of the big problems with soybeans, I think most growers know this, is that you don't have to have any obvious symptoms in that field to experience a yield loss. The plants might be a little bit less robust, a little bit smaller, but you can get a pretty substantial yield loss without any really obvious, signs out there. So that's really important for growers to keep in mind.
Well, tomorrow morning here on the Ag Show, a look at the importance of varieties resistant to soybean cyst nematode and what's being done at North Dakota State University to develop varieties of dry beans that are resistant to SCN. Monsanto announced this week that it will assemble a panel of scientists to review the International Agency for Research on Cancer's analysis that led to the classification of glyphosate as probably carcinogenic. Monsanto introduced the widely used glyphosate herbicide Roundup in 1974. The IARC, an arm of the World Health Organization, sparked a fierce rebuttal from the agricultural science community over their claim of carcinogenic for Roundup. Monsanto says the company is going outside to a consulting firm to gather more than 10, quote, independent, globally recognized experts in a range of fields. Monsanto CEO Brett Bigeman said it's a sad day when people are confused about a product that has such an incredible safety record. And they hope they can clarify some of that and settle some of the confusion. Have you seen the new Minions movie yet? Well, a lot of people are excited about it. A family in Susquehanna County, Pennsylvania is. They created a minion at their farm in Auburn Township with what else? Hay bales. Family stacked and painted hay bales to match the Minion's signature yellow color with blue overalls. Then they used a silver tire for the eyeglasses. Of course, there's your Minion, Universal, part of NBC Universal, which is owned by Comcast. And there's your disclaimer. All right, it's 4:43. Right after the break, we're going to check the forecast, and the likelihood of some rain today pretty high. Clouds pretty thick. Weather is next.